Hi guys, the date is the 3rd of February 2026, and I just kind of wanted to talk about. I kind of figured out what I want in life, and I kind of like the end goal and kind of how I'm gonna get there, but it's not as straightforward as like I want to be a famous musician or I want to be the best swordsman in the world. Like it's a bit more complicated than that. Um, so I'll try to explain in this video, but the gist of it is it aligns with what I believe in, that I'm going to die one day, and really I'm I do want to have a good impact on the world and leave my mark, but I don't know. I'm not going to aim for that, and I don't know if it's going to be really possible. Actually, no, that's not a good way to explain. I'll kind of just explain where I'm at. So, I'm going to die one day. I have some stuff written on my whiteboard that I was thinking about earlier. I'm going to die one day, and that's for sure. And so, before I die, I want to, for one, just live life to the fullest, and for two, document it and create something that will help others and let me leave my mark on the world. That's why I wrote down. So, obviously, the documenting is this YouTube series, and I hope that one day in the future, maybe a couple people will watch these and maybe learn something or benefit from them, and kind of just not like, obviously a lot of people just live and they work and they die, and you like billions and billions of people, no one ever ends up knowing their names and stuff. So this is kind of just out there, and even if it only helps one person watching these videos, I'd say it was probably worth it, because to help another living human would just be that to have an effect on their life and to help them, and then maybe they'd end up helping other people because of it, and that would just be an overall positive impact. And I think that these videos will maybe one day positively impact people. So to do both of those things, to live life to the fullest and to document it and all of this, I need to become the best version of myself. And I wrote next to that in brackets, flaws and all, because the thing I struggled with before with the self-acceptance and self-worth was I couldn't have self-worth because I couldn't accept myself, because I was holding myself to a way too high standard, and my ideal self and myself on my best days, and I just couldn't accept that myself or me having flaws being part of who I am. I just couldn't accept that as me, and that's what really helped me, being able to accept that some days you just have shitty days, and that's life. But yeah, so just become the best version of myself, and I put down, to do that I need to find new perspectives, because I think from what I've learned, the self-improvement stuff, all the physical stuff, I mean, it was good to know, but it didn't actually benefit me as much as I thought it would. It was the books and the people's perspectives and life experiences they talked about. That's why I like to talk a lot about my philosophies and life experiences on this channel, and not really if I wake up and brush my teeth every morning, because I think that it's much more helpful and much better to talk about. So yeah, I need to find new perspectives to become the best version of myself. And how I'm thinking about going about doing that is traveling the world, meeting new people, reading new books, like obviously watching, like keeping up with new people on YouTube coming and talking about their perspectives and that, and reading all the new books that come out, meeting new people all over the world, eating new food, trying new experiences, all of that, and traveling. And so, yeah, to travel. And then to travel, I need money. And to get that kind of money in the time frame I'm hoping to get it in, I need to do a bit of investing. I can't just straight work it off, because that'll be too long of a time frame for me. And, I think I'll have a lot of spare time while I'm working it off, and so why not invest some of it and try to build a little bit of wealth? And where I'm kind of at right now on that stage is work for money, because I have no money right now. I kind of spent I talk about it in my experience with money, and if you want to go see where I'm at financially, you can watch that one. But I don't have any money right now, or none that's accessible. So I need to work. Then I'm going to spend some time investing it and working and investing till I have enough money to travel. Then I'll travel and meet new people and learn new things and gain new perspectives, become the best version of myself, live life to the fullest through becoming and enjoying the journey of becoming the best version of myself and living life to the fullest, like that. And then I'll also document that whole journey. And another part that I didn't add in was I'm going to document my investments separately. So I will document those, just not on this channel. I think I made another one called River Investing, and I'm going to put my investing journey on that channel. Same with this channel, I'm not going to ever put ads or do anything promotional, or same with the investing channel. I'm never going to put any ads or sell a course or do any of that, because that's not why I'm doing this and why I'm doing YouTube. YouTube is just really my way of documenting. But yeah, just to put it out there, because I was watching a YouTube video today, and it just, every 5 seconds there was an ad, and it was just pretty annoying. And it's not one of those things where like you have to have ads. It's one of those things where the creators of the YouTube videos put ads on their videos to kind of make money. And then they also sell a course, and then they also do this, and like right after the ad finished, he started talking about a promotion he was running, and I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, I can't watch this video. But yeah, sorry, I went off on a little tangent there. So yeah, I'm going to do work for money, invest it, travel, do new things, new perspectives, becoming the best version of myself. And like, I definitely want to clarify, the best version of myself isn't like this 6'5", super muscular CrossFit athlete who has like a wife and like 3 kids and a millionaire. Like, the best version of myself is who I am, and who I am is based largely around what I value, and I've come to value material possessions less and less. So like money, as a lot of people would value that highly and see that as their best version of themselves, rich, I personally don't. And so that's something that wouldn't take for me to become the best version of myself. And if you're wondering what would take for me to become the best version of myself, it's new perspectives. Like, people want more money. I ideally want more perspectives. And when people get more, some people get more money, I don't know. But I guess if you value money, they become what they would label, because you get to choose your own metric on how you value yourself. Nobody gets to choose that for you. If you choose how much money you have and the metric you value yourself, that is what you've chosen. And if you have a lot of money, you could call yourself the best version of yourself. I wouldn't call you that, or if I became like you, I wouldn't call myself that, but I have different values, and there's no way of knowing whose is better or I don't think there is a better one. I think it's just based on the person. And so, as someone would collect money, I ideally am going to learn a bunch of different perspectives. And yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that because a little while I made a video saying I didn't know what I wanted. And so the past couple of days I've been trying to stay off social media, read a bit more to get some more perspectives, and just I've been reading this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Frick, and it's actually helped me come to these conclusions a lot, because it's not like, oh, I don't care about anything. It's about choosing what you care about, and it's actually really good, because the first book I got was Atomic Habits, very popular book, and it helped to a certain degree, but through my self-improvement focus, I feel like I knew most of it, and a lot of the things, I got it because I wanted to solve certain habits that are harder to solve, like Instagram. Like, how do I keep messaging my friends without the habit of tapping reels every time I use Instagram? And its answer was pretty much the same as everywhere else I've looked, just uninstall Instagram. And then it's like talking about how if my friends won't message me through number, I should find new friends. But it's also, I don't want to go through the extra effort of getting all my friends to message me on the number. I don't want to make them go through the extra effort. So I've found a way to navigate around it. Reels are really bad on the browser on the phone, and they don't work. The sound doesn't work on the browser I'm using, so I just use Instagram on the browser. So I found my own way around it, but I found the Atomic Habits was a good book, but it's very easy to reading that to get to see how someone would read that and do the idealizing the ideal version of themselves and seeing that as who they are, and seeing who they are now as not themselves and not accepting that. And I ended up putting that book down about halfway through because I feel like it'd be useful to some people, but it wasn't, I don't think it was useful to me. And then I picked up this book. It's a little bit less popular, but I started reading it and I'm like, wow, this is much better from my perspective, obviously, than Atomic Habits. And so if I had to suggest a book, I have only ever read 3 quote-unquote self-help books. But if you had to get one, I've watched a lot of videos, like thousands and thousands of YouTube videos on self-improvement. That most of that information came from books. But if I had to suggest a book, this would be it. So if anyone is looking for a read, or maybe to do something else with their time other than something like a bad habit, it's a really good book. But yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to talk about, I figured out what I want, and that's the end of the video.